It's the monthly checkup on the U.S. economy, a gauge on the health of the job market.
We have a very confusing picture of the economy. The underlying strength of the economy over the past 6 weeks has been undeniable.
We're seeing these conflicting signals in terms of overall trends for employment.
This report is a little bit lower than the previous report we saw.
Yes, that's me, unpacking the Bureau of Labor Statistics monthly jobs report, or as the Labor Department calls it, the employment situation. It's a snapshot showing how many jobs the economy created the month before, how many people are currently unemployed, and other labor data points. But how are these reports made?
They're independent surveys that the government releases the data for at the same time. So one's the survey of establishments. So this is going around to firms. They survey roughly 120,000 firms.
Dean Baker is a senior economist at the Center for Economic and Policy Research. He's been breaking down these jobs numbers for decades.
The other survey is a survey of households. And they survey roughly 60,000 households. And they literally go door to door. So they're knocking on people's doors and they're asking them, they have a surveyor, they say, were you working last month? The answer is no. Were you looking for work?
Let's take this one step further. The Establishment Survey gives a glimpse into employment status through a business lens. It lays out which industries saw spikes or drops in employment. It also helps track changes in workers' average hours and hourly earnings.
They're asking people by category. So they have firms typed, is it a restaurant? Is it a retail store? Is it a factory?
Then there's the Household Survey, which looks at the job market landscape through the eyes of the labor force. It gives a breakdown of how many people are unemployed, have permanently lost a job, or were laid off. It also breaks down those numbers by demographics, including gender and ethnicity.
We ask people are you self-employed? Again, an important thing to track. Do you work part-time? Again, important thing to track. So there's a number of other questions that we ask. If you're unemployed, why were you unemployed? Is it because you lost your job? Is it because you quit your job? Did you just enter the labor force? So these are all important things to know that get asked in the survey.
And as Baker notes, this is a survey. The data is based off estimates and not full official counts of the entire labor force, which is now over 160 million strong in the U.S. But it's still a key indicator of where the economy may be heading next.
I think people really need to have faith, which doesn't mean that they can't make mistakes. They do. But people are honest there, and these are really pretty much the best statistics they're able to gather given the constraints that they have to do it quickly and, again, be totally transparent about it.
The Labor Department revises its data twice more after its initial release, which is typically on the first Friday of the next month. Presidents all use the data to highlight economic successes.
Based on today's jobs report, we've now seen private sector job growth for 10 straight months.
More people are working today in the United States than at any time in the history of our country, almost 160 million people.
I think all this matters. It's no accident. It means our economic plan is working.
I don't want to get too political here, but I'll just say in general, I think most of them do try to, at least in some sense, correspond to reality, but they highlight the positive and downplay the negative.
So investors, policymakers, and everyone on the economic front lines, keep an eye on those reports at the beginning of the month for a better idea on which direction the economy could be heading next.